offseason in the summer of 2022 to the Timberwolves, and it's our first wedgie.
Oh,
wow.
Powell is so happy.
Wow. As Towns drives inside against Powell and lays it in for Towns. That's 9 now in the first quarter as Minnesota is in front by 18. Josh Green with an attack to drive against Kyle Anderson to a contract extension just days before free agency started. Excellent backup big man, and Reed coming in for Towns and provides scoring. Here's Luka hitting the deck, and he throws one in. Chance for a three-point play.
And of course the game here in the American Airlines Center, the famous game where Luka and Kyrie kept passing the ball to each other back and forth, and they ended up not getting a shot, and that was kind of
three-pointer by Towns, and it continues to be all Timberwolves flirting with a 30-point lead, and the three-point drought comes to an end involving the Boston Celtics and San Antonio Spurs.
And of course the argument is, when you're not hitting the threes, do you continue to take the shots that you're allowed to get, as Grant Williams shows his corner three prowess?
Yes, they've made so far. Mavericks missed their first 14 threes in the game, but they've come to life. Williams made 2, and now Jaden Hardy knocks down a three-pointer for Dallas. He's actually told me that he's turning down the parts when you're talking. So.
I have no doubt that that's the case.
Here's a jam by Powell on the alley-oop, connecting on just over 34% of his threes, en route to being second in the NBA in scoring at 32.5 points a game. There's Lively with a block inside. Fast break, 2-on-1.
Okay,
and
you can't bail out on a play. You never know when you're going to get that ball from Luka. He's starting to learn that sometimes, just like that, you're going to have opportunity.
Hardy, Omax, Grant Williams, rest of the group out on the floor. Luka, Drano, right over Rudy Gobert. So Brian mentioned this in the break when we were talking at halftime, that we anticipated we would not see the starters play in the second half of the game.
Yeah, Dante Exum really rehabilitating his career overseas, and able to come in here as another long, rangy defender.
These are just some kinks that they just got to iron out with more repetition as camp goes on.
Defense is going to be a combination of strategies. They're going to play some more zone this year. They're going to continue to play the X-out defense.
That was their first fast break basket of the game, Mark.
Nice. Jaden Hardy, nice finish, by the way, in the paint there by Alexander Walker. Now, you were either tracking deflections or doodling on your notebook.
During timeouts, when there was nothing to do, and you're standing there, and Don Nelson's looking right at you.
So was going from 1.2 three-point attempts per game all the way up to 2.8. Confidence is such a huge part of his game.
Dante Exum for 3, by the way. Speaking of somebody the Mavericks want to see hit corner threes.
Aussie to Aussie love right there.
That it would seem fair that if you have to use your coach's challenge early in the game because there was a referee mistake, that you would get to have at least one more challenge over the course of the game. His attempt challenged by Rashawn Holmes. He missed it. Holmes finds an open pocket of space in the paint on the drive by Dante Exum, and he scores. Here's Omax in a pick and roll with Rashawn Holmes. Been a lot of Hardy scoring and creating, and he finds A.J. Lawson. That is a corner 3 for A.J. Lawson with a foul.
I heard you told him, all right, Grant Williams, Dante Exum, Derek Jones Jr.
Jelly. There you go. Sorry, Bobby Garza for Minnesota. Just missed a shot inside. Here's Jelly Walker looking for another three-pointer, and it's on the money.
Get ready, because it's not exactly a quick trip to Spain from Abu Dhabi. Another time change adjustment that they will make. Somewhat mandatory, driven by the NDA, and they're wanting to have some presence in the Middle East and in Abu Dhabi, as you mentioned.
I mean, we had a wedding at halftime last year when the Timberwolves were in town.
So I hadn't heard enough about that. Who officiated that wedding?
Very good point.
So it is a wide open race for that spot.
I think you just hit the nail on the head with that. There's Joe Wieskamp getting some game action here. Jordan Walker, Jelly Walker. Missed the pull-up. A.J. Lawson slicing through the defense in the offensive rebound situation.